Hey everybody, Pete Hendricks, Hendricks Classics & Co. Just want to give an update on where we are relative to fragrance. So, HC&C is known for fragrance quality, and I can confirm we will continue to focus on fragrance quality and great artwork on metallic labels moving forward. It's just what works well for us and our customers. So, let me share why we do fragrance the way that we do it. So we focus on ultra premium fragrance inspired by the fragrance houses like Parfums de Marly and Louis Vuitton and Dior, as well as smaller ones that aren't as well known. Why do we do this? Because the best fragrances come from them. We receive criticism from time to time because we don't blend our own fragrances. And I just don't see a way for an artisan to compete with the places where we get our fragrances based on these really popular ones. And here is why. So a perfumer, for a perfumer, the education is a 4-year degree in chemistry, followed by 2 or 3 years in graduate school. That's a lot of education. And our manufacturer has 12 PhD chemists on staff in addition to the perfumers. Fragrances are incredibly complex from a chemistry perspective. They're volatile by design, and they react with everything they come into contact with. So, like, for example, our splash has 2 ingredients other than the fragrance oil, and we've had degraded fragrance quality from our splash. So, one of the 2 other ingredients, which would have to be the polysorbate 80, degraded fragrance. It is unrealistic to think that an artisan can compete with this level of expertise, experience, and resources. And, that's just how I see it. We're going to focus on the highest quality fragrance. On a different note, here's an interesting fact. The companies we purchase fragrance oil from also serve the big fragrance houses and smaller ones as well, both for developing fragrance and manufacturing. So, you would think, well, how do they do that where they make inspired by fragrances for folks like me, and they also serve the companies that are developing these fragrances? And here's the way that is done. The fragrance houses know that the manufacturers will never, ever, ever sell an exact imitation of their products. That's the big deal right there. It isn't uncommon for consumers to experience an exact match, but the perfumers can tell the difference. And as long as they tell a difference, it would appear that everything is okay. For this reason, I like to say that our fragrances are 95+% matches to the original. They're never going to be the exact same, and that's just what we have to deal with. Though they're still really, really good. Heck, sometimes our fragrances are better than the original. It depends on the quality of ingredients used by the big house or the fragrance house that designed it. So that kind of lets you know where we're going. We have some really good ones on the way. I did the wire transfer just a few minutes ago, so in about a month or so, month to 5 weeks, we're going to have some really, really good ones landing. Also, now that we are have changed vendors and how we're doing our purchasing, I actually expect the quality of our fragrance to increase without increase in pricing. And it's just a matter of learning and growing and learning and growing. So that's what I have for today. Thanks.